welcome back to Turntable Guy. On the bench today we have a very interesting turntable. This is a Dual. It is a 731Q. This is a direct drive model and it is quartz locked. So this would have been one of the top of the line tables at the time. It's got some really interesting features on it. It's all electronic control. And it has an interesting pitch control as well, on-off switch, although I'm not sure if the switch is doing anything. There are issues with speed on this table. There are issues with auto return, sticky controls, and there could be a motor problem here. My thoughts are maybe that the phase capacitor is gone on this one. We're going to do a little test here before I put you guys back up on the camera mount, just to give you an idea. So this pitch off means we're on quartz here. I've got the stylus protector down here, and we're just going to start it. And you can see what it's doing there. That is no bueno. Now if I give it a push, it will start up. It does seem to want to go to the right spot. We'll just lift that. And I'm not sure if you can see that, but it is definitely not quartz locking. And it's going to stop any second now. There we go. So as you can see, it does a little rock back and forth, and then it comes to a dead stop. We can't spin it up again, but it's not going to last long. So I'm just going to show. Seems like it's stuck now. Now that hadn't happened before. Oh, there we go. Now just let go. Yeah, this thing's got some major problems. If we bring it all the way over, it tries to auto return, but it won't, obviously. And that's a Stoyer pimple to me. And let's see if it goes down here. Yeah, it does return, and then the light turns off. So, yeah, it's not functioning very well. So let's turn this pitch off, and I'll show you this phased lock loop, quartz phase locked loop, and how that works, if I can get this motor spinning enough. It does not want to spin. So if we spin it, you can turn this dial here, and it'll show you if you're a little too fast and what percentage you are. And then if you go to the left, it'll show you how slow you are. And then obviously this is not working correctly. If you achieve, you're not going to achieve quartz lock because the motor's not working. But you get the idea. If you do get it at the right speed, it's going to turn green again. Like if we turn it to quartz lock here. That's what it should do. But you can see that this is not locking. It is all over the place. So we're going to have to open this puppy up and see what's going on. And I'm thinking, like I mentioned, that phase capacitor that causes the motor to spin backwards. But it may be other electronic issues, and we're going to have to get in there, dig around, and see what's going on. And hopefully we can bring this puppy back to life. So I'm going to put you up in the mount, and I shall be right back. Okay. Guess we'll start by removing our platter. I'm not sure if this has a lock on it or not. Some dual platters are locked with a screw. I'll just give this one a tug and see what happens. No lock. Here's our auto return cam. Our motor. We're going to clean this switch. I believe this is the speed switch here. Yeah, it is. I'm going to clean that as well. Actually, you know what? Let's clean it now because we might as well get things going. We're going to use some D5 on this. It is a suspended table. What's interesting about this one is the base has, usually in a dual, you have the main turntable, which goes into a base. And once you pull the main guts out, there's nothing in the base. But this one has electronics in it. So we're going to have to take that all apart. Okay, let that D5 sit and do its thing. And we'll take off our dust cover. And 1, 2, 3 screws to loosen. So this is the same as most duals. Now, I've had some German viewers say that I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, which I'm sure I probably am. It's dual. But for purposes here, I am just going to call it a dual. Okay, so we'll lock our tone arm. And we'll start pulling our table out. And there's definitely electronics here, like I thought. And there are some wires to be disconnected. So I'm disconnecting the start, stop, and lift switches on the front here. There's another cable that goes to the motor. Disconnect that. And finally, there are the pitch controls on the left here. What else do we have? Oh, we do have something else here. We have, looks like AC power. And so we got blue, remember this, blue on the left and brown on the right. I'm going to say they're probably not interchangeable, but it looks like they are. Yeah, they are interchangeable. So blue on the left, brown on the right. Just want to make sure that we put them back where we removed them. I'm also going to have to disconnect the cables at the back here because they're screwed in with a strain relief. So I'm just going to disconnect that. I'll get this table out and I'll be right back. Okay, here's the base with the turntable removed and what's in here. We have a board here which has something to do with the quartz system here. This obviously has, it's part of the speed control system here. So as you control it over here, it comes back over here, and that's what does the light show over here. We have one cap on here, several chips. They look like, what's that? That's a Hitachi chip? No, it's not. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 chips. Don't ask me what they are. I'd have to look at the service manual. Over here we have power. This is line voltage here. Start, stop switches. They are, looks like they're just open switches. I think we're going to clean those. And over here we have 2 potentiometers. I know it's really hard to see. Apologize for that. But 2 potentiometers for our 45 and 33 and our pitch on off. So I want to get at all this stuff and service it all. And I'm going to have to figure out how I want to get them out. They are really tucked in there. So just give me a few minutes. I want to get these out. So I'm going to just play with this. I'll be right back. So I downloaded the service manual. It's quite the service manual, which is rare for dual. Usually the service manuals are not very informative. So anyway, to remove this faceplate, you have to remove the 3 bottom Phillips screws. And then there's 3 slotted screws at the top, and that allows you to slide out this this fascia here. And I guess what you need to do is, I'm just guessing, you probably should remove these 2 screws as well. And hold down this board. That way we can just slide this entire entity out of here. Like that. And that gets you the electronics here. And now here's your basically just plastic base. You can set that aside. Okay. So here's our switches, potentiometers, and this is an interesting LED array here, obviously controlled by this board. There are a couple, there's 3 potentiometers on here. I don't know what they do yet. Here is our on-off switch for the quartz lock. Just a simple mechanical switch. I'm going to clean that. Obviously turns on the quartz lock. Potentiometers here, they do not look very service friendly. Oh, maybe we can get some spray in there. We're going to clean this switch. And over here we have more switches, like I mentioned. Three right there. And what we're going to do to clean these, I'll zoom in a little bit. We're going to clean them with a little bit. This is 1000 grit sandpaper. And what I do is I just soak this with a little bit of contact cleaner. And then I run it through the contacts. And that should just, it cleans them off. It's not an aggressive sandpaper by any means. But it's just enough grit to it to remove any dirt, any oxidation on the switch. You can give the switch a little shot of your contact cleaner as well. You don't have to spray, go crazy with the spray. Just, you can actually just dab it on just to get it started, just like that. And then I run a little bit on a piece of paper like this. Hang on, let me spray it over here. Just like that. Put a little bit more on the switches. And then I just run it through like this. Open up the switch and just run it through like this. You're just cleaning the contacts there. And we're going to do this for 1, 2, 3, 4 switches. So I'll get these switches all nice and clean. And I'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. So this is one of those videos that you don't want to make, because I've been working on this turntable since last night. Had a no motor spin situation. You would move the arm inwards, and as you saw, the platter would rock back and forth. It just would not move. So I've gone through a few. First of all, I downloaded the schematics on it, looking at the power supply voltages. I wasn't getting the correct voltages on the voltage regulator here. And this is what comes off the transformer. That's 22 volts AC. It's rectified through 4 diodes here. And we're supposed to be getting, I think, 15 volt DC output on the regulator here. 15 and 5. Yeah, I think -5 on the other leg here. And I was getting nothing on the input from the diodes, from the rectification into this IC. I've checked all the connections. All the solder connections are good. I've also gone ahead and I've completely recapped the board. So every electrolytic capacitor on here has been replaced. They're over here, and some of them were very bad. Now this is the safety cap for the front switch. Focus. It's a 0.01 microfarad, so 10 nanofarad. And it measured, I think, 6 picofarad, so it was shot. But even when I replaced that, and actually the one inside here, although it should be replaced, I don't have another safety cap right now. I've got one in order, but this one's okay, and it's working fine. I've measured it, it's okay. So I replaced all the capacitors, did my measurements all over the place, and it still would not spin. So I was racking my brain. I've gone through Vinyl Engine on the forums there, checked voltages. There's one of the members there, Dual Can, is very helpful on some of his threads there. Read through it. So what I ended up doing is, again, checking voltages. I removed the main board again and just started checking for continuity between traces. And like I mentioned, everything was fine. So I put the board back in, plugged it in, and now we're getting this. Where are you, tone arm? I don't know if you can hear that or see that, but the motor's spinning. It's totally spinning again. Honestly, I don't know what the hell was wrong. This is just one of those cases that maybe it was a bad connection. I just haven't got the foggiest clue what was going on. And it seems like it's working. I have not put it back in the case yet. I'm going to do that next, and I'm going to do some more tests. But that's where I am on this thing. And this is an extremely complicated turntable to work on. There are so many electronics, so many ICs in here. This is definitely not, your grandfather's duo with a simple AC motor and a belt drive or an idler drive. This thing is super complicated. Anyway, that's where I am right now. I am going to put this thing back in the case, and then I'll meet you back up top, and we'll see what kind of speed we're holding. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back up top. It's all buttoned up. We're going to just operate the turntable manually right now. Queuing's up. And we're spinning. But quartz does not look very good. So my guess is that if we were to listen to this thing, it's going to make a wow and flutter kind of sound. I think we should listen to it. I did replace the starter pimple, so if we hit start, oh dear, more problems. Oh, that's working. Why aren't these controls working? Did I forget to plug something in? Hang on a sec. Okay, so I forgot to attach the AC cables to the front here. Can you hear that? Those are the RCA cables on this thing. Classic, dual, bad RCA cables. So I just want to let you hear, if I just hold these down, what this thing's doing. You can see that the starter pimple's working good. Got no right channel right now. Speed is doing this. Back and forth, back and forth. So we're not getting quartz lock, and even if I flip it over and take the quartz lock off, nothing. Still wavering back and forth. This thing has so many problems. So I'm going to look into the service manual a little bit more and see what causes speed issues on this thing, and I shall return. Hey, welcome back. So I'm going to leave this one here. It is not repaired. We did make quite a bit of progress on it as far as getting it running again. Now, I have gone through and I've remeasured all these caps, and other than the blue axial cap here, these are all garbage. So if you have one of these units, I highly recommend replacing the capacitors. I mean, they are so far out of spec, and the ESR is so high. I'm surprised that even the power light would come on. Now, did that get this turntable to spin? I don't know. I, again, took it apart. I was looking. I've done some more reading. It seems like I've also lubricated the motor. I didn't show that because it's a very, very long process to get that thing apart. Put some fresh oil in there, just thinking that maybe, you know, we've got some bad lubricant, but no, it was fine. What I was thinking is that we probably have a bad IC somewhere in the quartz oscillator. The speed continues to go back and forth. I mean, it spins, but then it slows down and speeds up. So it is spinning, which is a plus. The arm is working again. All the front controls are working. You know, we're 90% there, but that last 10% represents the completion of the table, which we just don't have at this point. So I'm going to contact the owner, let him know that looks like at this point we're just going to have to put things on pause and maybe see if we can find another board for this thing, and recap that one as well if we get that in, and or the whole motor unit to see if that gets it going. Now, what are the chances of finding something like that? Probably pretty slim to none, I would think. I believe the 714 is the same unit, except it has a few fewer features on it. But that one does have the same dual motor. I think it's called the 920. So anyway, we're going to leave this one here. Not a very satisfying end, but it was quite the improvement. And if you have one of these tables, it's very nice. It's very well built, very high tech, but it looks like it's pretty complicated to repair, as you've seen. And this one we're going to leave as is. Next up, we're going to be doing a much more standard repair. We've got a Techniques 1900 with a whole bunch of motion issues in the tone arm. And I've got a micro Seiki as well to look at. But in the meantime, we're going to upload this one, and we'll catch you next video. Thanks. Bye.